Hey Bears fans, Cubs fans, and Blackhawks fans, welcome to the channel. Little bit of a different video today. I am standing in front of my now wall of jerseys, and I just kind of wanted to show them off. I got quite a few here. Not a lot of Blackhawks jerseys. I started collecting them basically after the Taves and Kane era, but I do have Bedard on the way, so when he gets here, I will most definitely be posting a video of that. However, as you could see, got the Cubs, got the Blackhawks, got the Chicago Bears. We'll start off here with just a random Baez one that I have left over. I got this one just because I like the fact that it was all black and red. I wore this to work a bunch on Cubs games days just because at the time I worked in CNC, and if it got dirty, it was black, so it covered it. However, these are the players that I have. I do have Nico Horner, home Cubs. One thing that I do like about some of these jerseys that I have now is I'll try to get out of the way of my light here so that I can get a good representation of it, but you could see it does have that shiny reflective number and name on there. I started doing this a couple of years ago when I got, I want to say, my Christopher Morel jerseys, which I do have even though he's not on the team anymore. I started with this one, getting that nice shiny patch on there. Here again, see if I can get out of the light. But yeah, this was a custom order at the time that I asked to see if they could do this, because I do get all my jerseys from China. I've said that in a bunch of my videos already, but it is time for a collection video, so here we are. And as you can see, it's got that shiny kind of reflective deal going on with it. As you'll see in some of my older jerseys, they don't have that, but yeah, I started asking to see if they could do this, and at the time it was custom, but now the seller that I deal with, it's actually an option. I don't know how it affects the price of the jerseys, because usually I order so many at a time that my orders are quite big, but this is one before I started doing that custom reflective material, so you can see it's just kind of a little dull. It doesn't really reflect a whole lot. But yeah, I mean, these come with the Cubby Bear on all of them. It just doesn't have the lines that go, the pinstripes that go all the way up the shoulder, but to be fair, not that I really care for the price of them. Some of them have the paneling on the bottom, and some of them do not. Just kind of depends on what they have at the time of the order. This is one that I got solely because of his walk-off grand slam against the Nationals. I mean, that was awesome. The Cubby Bear. A detail about these Cubby Bears is some of them, the nose will touch the outline, and some of them will not. You'll see that on some later jerseys. But considering that they're all like $20 a piece, I'm not really worried about it. Patrick Wisdom, I got him because, see, there you go with that Cubby Bear. But I got him because he broke Chris Bryant's rookie record for home runs in a season. Seiya Suzuki, because who can't love the Zook? And then Contreras from the World Series team. I used to have Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez. I lost some of them in a move, and then some other ones I gave away. But here is the cool one that I like. As you can see, coming from China, there's still some stitching that touches from letter to letter that I just haven't cleaned up, which you can clean up. You can just nip it with a knife and then, or not a knife, scissors, and then burn it off with a lighter. But I like these ones because they are my name and my year for the my birth year for the number. I do want to reorder these and get them in that shiny type of deal, but for now I still like them. They're a couple years old at this point, but and then these are more or less the same player, just a different color, because I do get the full set for each player, because if I'm going to collect some of them, I might as well collect all of them. I will say that these over the years have been very consistent. I usually get the same color. I know that with the grays, like this David Bodie one, sometimes the gray will be a little off, but to me, not the end of the world. Also, some of them, the lettering on these gray Chicago ones, the O's and the C's will be kind of rounded instead of a little more square. Like these, like on this Bodie one. I'll show you with this next one here. You can see that the Chicago, it's more circular. Small things too, like the number just being more square there instead of rounded like the real ones are. On the real ones, the it's just a little more circular, like a half circle in here and up here. But like I say, for $20, you really can't beat it. You got Suzuki, Contreras again, and then mine with the World Series patch. Again, I haven't cleaned it up, but moving on to the blue ones. The only real inconsistency that I see with these is that these patches can vary a little bit. You see, like, this one's got, like, the full color way on it, and then this one's just red. So that's a nice little comparison for you. Sometimes the lettering is really nice and readable. Sometimes it's a little not. But, again, for the $20, I myself am not going to complain. Get this just back up in there. Alright, so. But yeah, again, the Horner and the Swanson ones with that nice reflective-ish lettering and numbers. Same with Morel and Swanson. So yeah, when I get jerseys now in the future, I'll get it with that nice kind of reflective, with those reflective letters. And then the numbers, they do this kind of every once in a while. Like I sat on a chair that was that just had raised edges on it, and it creased the number. When I wash these, I'll let them air dry, and then I'll iron it, and I mean that'll come right out. I just haven't cleaned jerseys in a while, so that's what's going on there. Got Ian Happ. This one clearly needs to get cleaned. I wore this one on a hot day. Again, nice National Series patch. This one's nice and readable. I like that. Again, David Bodie from when I got him. Patrick Wisdom. And I will say, too, that some of these jerseys, I believe, like the Contreras and Bodie ones, those came from DHgate. The rest of these I all got on Alibaba. I've been getting my jerseys from Alibaba for quite a long time now. I've dealt with the same seller for about 6 years. I've gotten really lucky with him, and he works with me pretty well as far as shipping and discounts for ordering, a bunch of jerseys at once. Because the way that it works on Alibaba is, it's not like a minimum order or a minimum quantity that you have to order, but if you order, say, 0 to 10 jerseys, they're, say, $22 a piece. If you order 10 to 20, it's like 20, and then if you order like 20 plus, then it drops it down to like 18 per jersey. I got Alex DeBrincat. He was my guy when he was with the Blackhawks. I really miss having him on the team. And I will be doing a more extensive video on the Bedard jerseys when I get them, because I don't see a whole lot of like DHgate, Alibaba type jerseys for hockey on YouTube. But, I mean, it's just small things. Like, it's not the same type of stitching, but, I mean, it is still reflective-ish, like the real deals. Especially with the feathers are nice and reflective. I will say the only really variance that I have in any of these jerseys is that the hockey ones could be hit or miss. I order a size down for my hockey jerseys, whereas the Cubs ones and the Bears ones, I order them true to size, and they fit me very, very well. I got a DeBrincat away. And then I got a couple of throwbacks for DeBrincat as well. I got a Winter Classic for DeBrincat that I like a lot. But I mean, coming out of China, I mean, let's just be real. I mean, the quality, for the most part, coming out of China, I mean, you really can't beat it for the price, to be honest. Get up in there on that stitching. Show you how nice that stitching is, double stitched. 2-layer numbers and letters. Got another throwback. But yeah, I mean, like I said, so the Blackhawks ones run me typically about, I want to say $35 per jersey. The Cubs ones are typically 18 to 20, and then all the Bears ones are usually around 20 to 22 ish, somewhere in that area. I don't know where this one came from. My dad got it for me for my birthday or Christmas like a long time ago. I know that it's not a legit jersey, but I know that it came from somewhere in China. I will say the only thing I like about the older jerseys is that the numbers are quite a bit bigger and truer to size, which I'll actually pull this one off to the side here. Come on. And then I'll show you with one of those ones. The numbers got really small for a while, and then they started getting bigger-ish again. So I will nitpick just a couple of these out of here just to show you what I'm talking about. But, you know, got Justin Fields from last year. I was mad. I bought him, and then we let him go. But I got Jalen Johnson, #1 as well. And then the cool thing that I like about China is I was able to get the captain's patches on here. But when I get to a double-digit number, I'll show you what I'm talking about with the numbers and letters getting a little bit smaller. DJ Moore, #2. I wanted to get the captain's patch for DJ Moore. I thought I did, and I guess I forgot. But the captain's patch is an extra $1 per jersey, I believe. These were the first Bears jerseys that I got from China. Mitch Trubisky. Actually, I take that back. The Darnell Mooney and the Roquan Smith are the first ones I got, because those came from DH Gate. And then the rest of them all came from Alibaba. But I got Darnell Mooney. And then these ones actually are a single stitch. It's just 1-layer fabric and then dyed orange on the outside and then just a single stitch. I don't mind it. I like it because it makes the whole jersey a little bit lighter and the whole jersey kind of flexes. So like Mooney and Roquan Smith are like the ones that I'll wear to work now, just because, you know, I'm not really worried about them getting dirty. You know, Guy Robinson, he was the man when he was with us. And then this is what I'm talking about. See how much bigger the 54 is on the Urlacher? The nameplate just a little bit smaller as well. But then these are where they started getting bigger again. These are the newest ones that I got. The nameplate is still just a tick smaller, but the number size itself, they're a little bit wider and fatter, but they are just a little bit longer. Not quite as long as the old ones, but they're starting to catch back up. And then this one also has that nice dual stitch. Tyreek Stevenson. I had bought him right after that debacle happened against the Commanders, actually. But I think that he's going to be a really good corner. I believe that he can get up to, I think that he can get up to the level that Jalen Johnson is. I think he's going to end up being a beast for the Bears. Eddie Jackson. He was my man when we had him as a safety. He was my favorite safety, actually. But again, this one shows that the numbers got a little bit bigger, but not quite as big. I would say the nameplate is still bigger on the Urlacher one, but the numbers are starting to get there. Roquan Smith. This is one of the ones, excuse the dog here. This is one of the ones that came from DH Gate, because it's that single stitch with the dyed on the outside. Single stitch. But like I said, it's nice and light. I like it. Getting a little bit closer again, like I say. But yeah, these newer ones that I got, especially when it comes to like Cole Kmet, I noticed that the numbers on the back might just be a touch bigger. Again, with that captain's patch. I know that it is black. That was my bad for not specifying the color, so they just threw a black one on there. But then again, I'm also not too terribly upset about it. Still got the captain's patch. The number and the nameplate placement on these newest ones that I got, so that being Jalen Johnson, Odunze, Kmet, DJ Moore, Tyreek Stevenson. I noticed that that the nameplate is closer to the collar, and the number is more centered on my back, whereas some of the older ones I got, like Robinson, Eddie Jackson, those guys, they sit like really low. And I like to tuck my jerseys in, so the newer ones definitely get an A+ there. And then this one, again, one with my name. This is one that I ordered with that semi-reflective kind of material for the numbers. And this one I did with my whole family, actually. I got them all the same thing. And then for the Bears, we got the 100-year patch on there. It's not like a full patch, it's like a screen print, but it is stitched onto the jersey, so that is actually pretty neat. And then again, just running through the orange ones, this is the same thing as the Cubs jerseys. Forgive me for that, my dogs were getting let out by my mother-in-law, because me and the lady live upstairs. But yeah, so the orange ones and the white ones, same thing. I just got the same players, just with the different colors, same as the Cubs jerseys. And like I said, I noticed that the nameplates are further up, same with the numbers on the back, so that's not like right against my jeans when I tuck them in. Mooney. And this was the reason why I switched to Alibaba over DHgate. On the orange ones, look at how much lighter the blue is compared to the DJ Moore one right next to it. It is very light. Very, very light. Yeah, as we flip through them real quick. Stevenson. Eddie Jackson. Again, the Roquan Smith with how light that blue is. Again, the reason why I switched from DHgate to Alibaba. Kmet. And again, mine, the orange on this one is just a little bit brighter. But, you know. And then for the white ones, Fields, Jalen Johnson with the captain's patch, DJ Moore. One thing I should point out while I have this Moore one here, I don't know if you could tell, but it's the dark blue and then it's the orange stitching for the outline, whereas on the Odunze one, if I could get it in there, it is stitched on both. Wait, we'll just flip back. Trubisky. For whatever reason, I didn't have an orange Trubisky jersey. I used to. Don't know where that went. Robinson. See, I don't know if you can really pick it up here, but, you know, the nameplate is very far down compared to the Odunze one here. Stevenson. Eddie Jackson. I got this one in the throwback away because that was one of the years that we actually used this throwback at home. So I did get Eddie Jackson in the throwback row. Kmet, again, captain's patch on there. And then once more, mine with the 100-year patch over there. So yeah, this is the this is the collection. Like I said, there is some more Blackhawks on the way. I do want to get Justin Steele. He is my guy. Shota Imanaga, maybe. But yeah, these are the jerseys, every single one of them from China. Because like I say, I can't justify spending, $350 plus for a legit on-field style stitched NFL jersey. I just think they cost an ungodly amount. I don't think that, I don't really think that Nike did anybody particularly fair with that, especially the fact that they also outsource it to Fanatics, just like they do everything else. I can't get behind that pricing. It's just ridiculous. But, to each their own. Do I support people that buy legit NFL, MLB jerseys? Yeah, sure. Do I support people that get the screen printed ones? Yeah, sure do. I just, I like to have a whole bunch of options, and I like, still representing my team, and I just can't do it at that price point. So that is the collection, my guys, and I will catch you with a jersey video when the Connor Bedard ones show up. They should be here in probably about a day or two. So any questions, comments, leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that we can beat that YouTube algorithm. And I will catch you guys in the next one.